It was only a recess, a hard reset. Razor blade the realest. Even when them have a voice, we still leave them speechless. Rain.
Oh, might as well stop the intro there. Only Arsenal played. Everybody didn't play. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hit a like if you're new. Hit a subscribe in case you forget. Arsenal won. Cracked the board some Ipswich 0. Now, you see it in the thumbnail. It says Arsenal goes second. Put that in there for a reason because I believe that's where Arsenal's dealing this season. I believe that's where Arsenal will peak. Because Ipswich at home, everyone is having a meltdown because Arsenal didn't slap these men 5-6. As if this team is not made up of professional footballers as well, right? But that's not either here nor there, right? The performance was not great. I'll admit that the performance was not great, but on the other hand, we have no God-given right to, slap teams 4-5-0. But the lineup was problematic. Like Arteta seems to have a need to prove that he can play Kai Havertz in the midfield, and he keeps getting away with it because he got away with it against Palace because the final score was 5-1, right? But in the context of the game, who watched the game knows that it was not a 5-1 game. Palace actually had chances at clear one-on-ones, and it wasn't until he brought Declan Rice onto the pitch that we actually took control of our midfield. And today he had Jorginho, had Moreno, had Declan Rice on the bench and still insisted on playing Kai Havertz in the midfield. Because Jesus is on good form and he knows he has to play, but he still has this insatiable appetite to just shoehorn Havertz in the team, which is going to cost us at some point. Got away with it against Palace, got away with it today, might not get away with it against Brentford again. Now, I'll also say this. The reason I say it's not sustainable and Arsenal will finish second, max, cap out at second, is because that performance right there is good for the Cubs. Because defense travels, right? Clean sheet, loads of possession, dominating the ball. You can get away with that in the Carling Cup, in the Carabao, in the FA Cup. The reason why Arsenal are second in the league, fifth in the Champions League, in the Champions League, 8 goals scored, only 2 goals conceded from set pieces, by the way. The defense is there. And statistically now, Arsenal have the best defense in the Premier League. The defense is there. And the control, so to speak, in possession is there. But in the league, throughout the course of 38 games, will not work. It just won't. Because if you leave it late, 1-0, 85th minute, 88th minute, Ipswich makes a push for it. Anyone makes a push for it and scores a scrappy goal, a penalty, a set piece, or they cut through you and get lucky, whatever the case may be. You give yourself no time to react because you didn't kill the game off. Try to hold on to a 1-0 lead. It's crazy. I don't understand it. But Arteta seems to look good when everything is working right, when Saka's playing, Havertz is playing, when Havertz is on form and Odegaard is clicking, and it's all great. And, you score early, you get on top of a team and you do all this. But when Saka's out, you look completely different. When Odegaard was out, you looked like we couldn't create anything. Hence, we got dubbed Stoke City FC, set piece FC, blah, blah, blah. Because his unwillingness to make any in-game adjustments. Today, again, the substitutions were late. They were really late. And it's just like anyone else would make us have to work harder for those 3 points. Because it's Ipswich and they're not really clinical. But not everyone is going to come to the Emirates and allow us to make 600 passes around the pitch. But the performance, that kind of performance over the course of a 38-game season will not win you the league. Now, if 20 games to go in the Premier League, if he gets 20 more stinky 1-0 wins and wins the league, fair play, I'll hold my hands up. But what's the probability of that happening, right? So it's a sticky one. But it's not all bad. It's not all bad because I like to end on a positive note because this is a quick review video. Clean sheet, 3 points. Whether you scored 5 goals or 1, 3 points. And Timber Gabriel Jesus were both on 4 yellow cards. Neither of them got booked. So they're available for the 19th game, which is against Brentford. And after the 19th game, you can get up to 10 yellow cards without a suspension. So they were at risk for bookings today. Didn't get booked. So that's one of the positives I'm taking from the game, along with the clean sheet, 3 points. That's pretty much it. Not much to take away from the game. The performance was not our best performance. Now, had we gone 1-0 down, I think the team would have reacted. But why leave it that? Or had they equalized, I think the team would have reacted if they had equalized early. Because if they equalized late, like I said, you give yourself no time to react. And a draw at this stage in the season, already potentially 9 points behind Liverpool, there is no margin of error. You have to collect 3 points by any means necessary. So don't leave it late. Kill the game off when you get a chance. And play your best players. And I'm going to continue to hone this point home. Whenever Partey, Rice, and Odegaard starts for us, we never lose. Especially at the Emirates. This Havertz experiment has to stop. It just has to. But big up to Yuri and Timber, because he was my man of the match. Good for Havertz, though. Most people would give it to Havertz. Let me know who your man of the match is in the comments. But Kai Havertz, that's where he's good at. He scored his goal. Fair play to him. In the box. His movement in the box is good. I'll give him that. But there was a play in like the 78th minute when the ball falls to him at the edge of the box on his favorite left foot. A striker hits that. One time takes a touch or hit it after a touch. But a striker is striking. He pokes the ball with a tame pass, if you want to call it a pass, and gives the ball away. Gets a yellow card 10 seconds later. Outside the box, Kai Havertz gives us nothing. Especially in our midfield. It's just not, that's not his strong suit. To play in this Arsenal midfield, you need to be good at your feet and be able to play in tight spaces. That's not his game. He's just not that guy. But the experiment to continue to force Kai Havertz in our midfield is going to cost us at some point. It's already cost us, really. It cost us in the Villa game last year when Thomas Partey was spitting on the bench and he started in our midfield and we lost that game 2-0 at the Emirates. I remember these things. But either way, said I was going to end on a positive note. 3 points, clean sheet. David Raya now has the most clean sheets in the league. I think he's tied with Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. Either way, but we'll take the 3 points. We'll move on to Brentford away next. We'll probably do a review show tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow, because there aren't any games on Saturday. They have Sunday. Arsenal doesn't play again until New Year's Day, which is Wednesday. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching BBK Sports. If I said anything crazy, please call me out. If you agree or disagree, please let me know as well. But until then, we are gone. God bless.
It was only a recess, a hard reset. Razor blade the realest. Even when them have a voice, we still leave them speechless. Razor blade. We said we not follow trends. Me got my own ends, make my